is the sluices here. I am at Nelson Creek Public Fossicking area, and I'm doing some prospecting. It's just me this time, but I thought why not come back to our old hole. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is Claugie's Creek, one of the 2 creeks you can fossick in at Nelson Creek. If you have seen our huge gold strike at Nelson Creek video, we mined this hole here, all through here. Big hole, heaps of gold, but we kind of abandoned it mid-hole because we ran out of time. And didn't even hit the bedrock. If you can see that big rock there, that was at the front of it, and it was just super rich of gold all through here. But this is all filled in since the last 2 times we've been here, and I thought I'm going to mine that out and see if I can get down past the overburden back to where we didn't dig, and hopefully get some gold. Now, normally I'd prospect a lot to try and find a good spot, but I don't have too much time, and I said I wouldn't go too far upstream. So I'm just going to stick here, and I'm going to see if I can dig down to that bottom layer. It looks like this was the top of our hole, just here. Looks like someone else has come along and dug out here, I believe. Hopefully to some good result, because it looks like I moved a fair bit of material, and I think that might have been a bit of a dam they built there, which I've now set my sluice up in. But the top of the hole has been cleaned out by someone else, but we still have the main hole, which we never even hit the clay on, so I'm going to see if I can dig down and hit that layer. It's going to take a lot of digging, but I reckon I can get there. Now that's half a bucket done, and surprisingly I can actually see a few little bits of colour. You can see just there, and here, one there. So there are a teeny bit of gold in that, mostly probably just flood stuff that's washed in, but it is still probably just enough gold to make it worth processing. But I'll continue down there. Pretty easy digging, not much loose material. I'm not really bothering too much of it. Right now I'm not even classifying that properly because I know that it's mostly just going to be overburden with no gold. So I've done about 2/3 of a bucket, only took me about 5 minutes, and I'll just quickly put that through and then I'll get back to digging, just because it's easier to move half a bucket round than a whole one. So I just thought I'd do a little pan out of the bucket just to see if we were getting anything. If you can see that. A few little bits of fine gold, 3 or 4 small flakes slash little micro bits there. So that's probably just flood gold that's washed in, but there's actually a reasonable quantity of it. And then when we hit that older stuff we haven't mined yet, hopefully we can get quite a bit. I've done 2 buckets now, and the hole's getting down a bit. I can't actually quite remember how deep our other hole is, but hopefully I'm not too far off hitting that untouched stuff. I think it was about a 10 bucket hole, and it was all through here, but there was a lot more material as well. Heaps of this overburden is just kind of dry big rocks. but I'll process this and get back to digging. Okay, so we're back the next day. This is the 5 bucket hole I dug out last night. It actually had a fair bit of gold, considering most of it was overburden. I'd say probably about 0.35 of a gram, which is pretty good considering. As you can see, there's the clay walls, just go like that, and then there's this kind of crevice through the middle of the river. A lot of that was real compact, so we obviously hadn't got to that last time. And I scraped it out, and I was getting, per little black pan, 4 or 5 flakes, and then one big bit, which was really solid, the gold through there. So we've brought back the worker today, and the crevice sucker, and we're going to suck that crevice out, and then we can continue following it up, and then maybe a little bit down. The issue is I had the sluice there, so I don't want to go too much further down, or I might disrupt that. But we'll get into it. Alright, so we moved heaps of material out of here. 15 buckets in total. We came back and we've just dug heaps this morning. If you can see, there's this crevice that comes through like that. We've cleaned it out. It looks like there's still material, but that's just stuff that's came back down. We've cleaned it out about 3 times. But it does continue down there. We did do that bit more thoroughly last time, so we're less likely to hit untouched ground. But we're going to do a few more shovels and then finish up. As you can see, there's a hole all through there, cleaned out here. I've got absolute mound of tailings, starting from here all the way up over here, down to here. It's just like an island. At this rate, we'll get the tailings up to the bank up there. But we're just putting that material...
We'll put all the tailings back, of course. If they're still here, next time someone else must have taken them out.
We're going to put all the material down the sluice, the last few buckets, and we're just going to finish, we're going to double check that section of the crevice and scrape a bit more out here. And yeah, we'll clean that out and finish off. Because last time we were here, we kind of rushed it and we ran off to our friend's claim because we're like, oh yeah, there'll be heaps of gold here. But we just abandoned such a rich hole here. Never cleaned it all out properly, and we got, what, 2 grams or whatever? It might have even been closer to 3 and probably about 10.
About 2.
Yeah, something like that. In about, what, 6 hours digging. We're not getting quite that much now, but last night 5 easy buckets got, what, 1/3 of a gram, and today we'll probably move about twice that much again, and if we get like, what, 1/2 a gram, that's pretty good, because we've only actually spent a few hours digging this, because it's so much of it's just overburden, which doesn't really have much gold. But yeah, that stuff just filled up real quick, easy to dig, and then there's all the compact stuff we haven't got to yet, which we've been mining out as well. But yeah, we'll show you the cleanup. We just want to have a quick pause to give a massive thank you to all our channel patrons, and an extra massive thank you to William Knoll, the Gold Motherlode patron. If you're interested in becoming a patron as well, and throwing some extra support behind the channel while receiving a ton of bonus perks, make sure to check the link in the description below. Now, let's get back into it.
Here's the final clean-up from the wee hole we've done. Beautiful day.
That's only probably about half the quarter of it.
Keep going. I'll look in a minute.
Yeah, cool.